Hello, thanks for joining Hatha Yoga tonight. I'm going to do work on 12 stretches to target flexibility and strength, and hopefully keep warm and feel a bit more relaxed, a bit stronger after. So thanks for joining. Hi, I can't see who it is. Hi Mel, thanks for joining. So we're going to leave initial relaxation tonight, and we're going to start by sitting. We're going to do our warm-up seated stretches for the upper body. So if you've got a block to sit on, sitting up nice and tall, maybe giving the shoulders a rub. Just bring the shoulders up by the ears and then relax down. A couple of those. And relax down. So just remember which shin is in front as you cross your legs. You'll probably be sitting in your most, the way that feels natural. So just notice which shin is in front, and then we'll do the stretches the other side as well. So first of all, taking the fingertips out to the side, breathing in to stretch up, and breathing out to bring the hands down. Breathe in as we stretch up, breathe out, down. This time breathe in and stretch up, and then as we breathe out, take your right hand to the side and stretch your left fingertips over to the right. Feel a stretch up the left hand side of the body. Take a couple of breaths. Lifting up again, breathing in, grow tall, breathing out, take the left hand down and stretch the right fingertips over to the left. Now feeling that stretch up the right hand side of your body. Try to not be crunching your ear right near your shoulder, so just keep the ear away from the shoulder, breathe in and breathe out. And back to the centre. Stretch up again, breathe in, breathe out, take your left hand outside the right knee and the right hand behind, gently drawing your chest to the right hand side, couple of breaths. You can look over your right shoulder if you want to, or just look to the right. Back to the centre, breathing in again, stretching up. Breathing out, releasing the right hand to the outside of the left thigh, left hand behind, gently drawing the chest to the left hand side. 2 more breaths. And slowly back to the centre, again breathing in and breathing out. Bringing the hands back down and then uncross the ankles and go the opposite way. So this time might not feel so natural. So 3 more breaths as we stretch up. Breathe in, breathe out, down, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. As we breathe out, bring the hands down, bring the left hand to the left, right fingertips over to the left, really trying to draw the right fingertips over. A couple more breaths. Back to the centre, breathe in, stretch up, breathe out, right hand to the side. We'll see if we can keep that left hand side of the body really long. Couple of breaths, stretching the left fingertips over to the right. And back to the centre, breathing in, lift up. This time twisting to the left first, so left hand behind, gently drawing the chest to the left. back to the centre. Deep breath in. Breath out. Turning to the right. Right hand behind. Back to the centre. Deep breath in, stretch up. Breath out, hands to the side, and we'll just walk our hands forward. See if we can walk the fingertips more forward, and then just looking down towards the floor, 3 deep breaths. And coming back up slowly, and stretch out both legs, straighten out the legs, and we'll get ready for the main class. So first of all, we'll come onto all fours. So the first stretch we're going to do is down dog. So spreading the fingers as much as you can, really try to separate your fingers, and just pressing the hands into the floor, and then we'll draw the tummy in and arch the spine up towards the ceiling. Then turning our toes under, so we can go into down dog in a couple of stages. So lifting the knees off the mat, then drawing that chest through to the thighs, then seeing if we can just first of all lift the hips up, but keeping the chest as close as we can towards the thighs, and keeping our knees bent. So about 3 stretches here. We want to feel as though we can feel our upper back opening. The chest is opening, we're feeling the stretch in the armpits. We're trying to draw our chest as much as possible towards the knees, and then slowly straighten the legs a little bit, and then we're going to walk the dog, so one heel comes down and bend the other knee, and changing sides, so the other heel goes to the floor, bend the opposite knee, and then alternate sides. Trying as much as we can to keep the chest close to the thighs. And this time pressing your left heel into the floor, and lift the right foot off the floor. So a nice stretch for the left calf, left hamstring, and one more deep breath in, and breath out. Bringing the right foot to the floor, pressing the right heel into the floor, bending the left leg, and then lifting the left leg up straight if you can. Feel the stretch now in the right calf, right hamstring. Deep breath in, and breath out. Bring the left foot back to the floor. Then see if we can draw our chest through to the thigh a little bit more. Maybe a soft bend in the knees. And slowly bring our knees down to the mat. And coming into the second pose, which is child pose. So bringing our bottom back to the heels. Take the knees so about the width of the mat. And first of all, drawing your fingertips forward. Resting the head down, just between the arms, maybe onto the mat or a block. Lifting up slowly back into tabletop. So next we're going to go into our low lunge, so stepping your right foot forward. So the low lunge, first of all, we're just seeing if we can just keep our right ankle so it's in line with our right knee. Notice where we feel a stretch first of all. Looking slightly forward, a couple of breaths. stay in the low lunge, or we can try cactus arms. So we bring our hands first of all onto the right thigh, and then if we can we lift our elbows up, throwing our right elbow over our left elbow, and then see if we can stretch those elbows up, stretch the fingers up. So it's eagle arms, or cactus arms is with the arms out to the side. So eagle arms is a twist of your arms, or cactus arms. Both are good for opening the shoulders, opening the chest. It's up to you. About another 2 deep breaths. And then releasing the hands either side of the right foot, stepping the right foot back into tabletop, pressing both hands into the mat, and then stepping your left foot in between the hands. And then we go to either just that low lunge first of all. So just checking that your left ankle is underneath your left knee. We're trying to lift our chest slightly forward, looking forward. And then if you like, staying in the low lunge, or bring the hands first of all onto the left thigh and choosing cactus arms, so elbows are in line with the shoulders and palms facing forward, or this time bringing your left elbow over your right and then swinging the palms round to face each other. So about 3 breaths in cactus arms or eagle arms. Bring the hands back to either side of the left foot, and stepping the left foot back and just resting back into child pose for a couple of breaths. And bring yourself back up. From here we come down onto our fronts for Sphinx. So bringing our elbows forward, trying to draw our chest forward, looking forward. About 5 nice deep breaths in Sphinx to bring some energy into the body, strengthen our lower back. Great for our posture. Moving into the counter pose, so coming down into crocodile, resting your head on your hands, bring the big toes together and let the heels come out to the side, resting in crocodile pose, breathing into your lower back. Lifting up slowly, just pressing into the hands to lift back up to tabletop. So from tabletop, going to go into a quick down dog, so turning our toes under, lifting the knees off the mat,
Drawing your chest through to the thighs, slowly lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Maybe a couple of walking the dog moves. And then slowly walking our hands towards our feet to come into a forward fold. So the forward fold, we got a couple of options. You can have the fingertips in front of the, just in front of the toes with the knees soft and bent. Again, with the knees soft and bent, we can take hold of opposite elbow. Or we can take our hands behind our heels and allow the elbows to come out to the side. Whichever version you've chosen, just bring the chin towards the chest, allow gravity to draw the crown of the head down towards the floor, and about 6 deep breaths in the forward fold. Quite nice to close the eyes. Come out of the forward fold slowly, drawing the fingertips up the body, keeping our chin towards our chest and bringing the head up last. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of standing postures. So we've got chair pose, which we will add a twist in as well. So me, I need to do chair pose with my heels on a block. It's up to you though, you don't need to. Just allows me to go deeper into the squat. So we bend the knees, we'll bring our bottom down as though we're into a squat. First of all, stretching the arms up with the palms facing each other. See if you can go lower and hold for about 3 breaths. And press it into the heels to lift up slowly. Breathe in, stretch up tall. Breathe out, bring the hands down. So another option now would be to do the chair pose and the twist with the block between the thighs, which helps us to switch on our adductor muscles, the inside thigh muscles. So pressing the feet into the floor, squeezing that block, stretch the hands up again, breathe in. And breathe out, see if we can go a bit lower. So 3 more breaths. Keep squeezing. And then from here we go into our twist. So bring both palms together at the chest and then twist your chest to the left. See if you can bring your right elbow so it's outside the left thigh. Try to tuck your tailbone under, so twist into the left, about 3 breaths. And then hands back to the centre of the chest and then rotating to your right, bringing your left elbow over your right thigh. And 3 breaths to the right. Hands back to the centre, breathing in as we stretch up, lifting up, breathing out, hands back down. And removing the block. Next we're going to come into Warrior 2. So feet about double hip width or even a bit wider. So Warrior 2, the
wider we have the feet apart, the easier it is to get that right angle with our knee. So we're turning the right toes out to the right, and that left heel's edging out slightly, and then bending that right knee. If we notice that as we bend the right knee, the knee goes past the right ankle, just edge your right toes forward a little bit, more to the right. And then if we keep that left leg as straight as possible, drawing our left kneecap up, we should notice a stretch in the inner thigh, the left adductor. So extending both fingertips out to the side, gazing over the middle right finger, holding warrior 2, 4, 3, deep breaths. Taking the hands behind, interlocking the fingers, and try and draw your fingers down to the floor, drawing the chest forward and looking forward, making sure that that right knee is out, back. 3 breaths. And then extending both fingertips up again. Really extend the fingertips away, straighten the right leg. Then toes of the right foot go forward and left toes out to the side. And we go again now. So bending that left knee. Notice if the knee is going past the left ankle, edge the left toes out a bit. Keeping that left knee back so you can see your left big toe. And then 3 breaths, gazing over the middle left finger. Looking forward again, interlocking the fingers behind, drawing the fingers down and the chest forward. 3 breaths again. And slowly straightening the left leg, toes forward. Hands come to the hips. So from here we're going to do our wide-legged forward fold. So we're coming forward like as much as we can from our hips. So breathing in first of all and chest forward. And then breathing out, tip forward with making your back as flat as you can. And trying to push your bottom back, drawing both kneecaps up and pressing both feet into the floor. So just keep the hands on the hips and hold 3 deep breaths. Now bringing the hands just so they're underneath the shoulders, and try to separate your feet a little bit more. Turning the heels out a little bit more. Feel that stretch. If you push your bottom back, but keeping your chest forward, you might feel a deeper, intense stretch in the inner thighs. So 3 more deep breaths. And then softly bending the knees a little bit, heel toe the feet together. Coming back into the forward fold for 1 breath in, and a breath out. And as you breathe in, slowly draw the fingertips up the body, draw the tummy in, keep the chin on the chest, and bring the head up last. And shaking out the legs. So we're going to do a tree pose, so finishing with a standing balance. So standing up tall, pressing the feet into the floor, then we're drawing our right heel into our left shin, keeping our right knee as much as we can out to the side and really trying to press into our left foot so we can feel the lift out of the left hip, not sinking in but lifting up and out. And then if we want to, we can keep the hands on the hips or hands to the chest or hands out to the side, or going taller in our tree, about 3 more breaths. Slowly releasing the hands and releasing the foot, shake out and changing sides. So we're pressing our right foot into the floor and the left heel, left sole of the foot into either the right shin or just balancing at the right ankle. And again, hands stay on the hips, left knee goes out to the side and back, or hands, palms together at the chest. So good this side. See if you can hold about 3 more breaths. Pressing into your right foot now, lifting up and out of the right hip. And bringing the hands back down. Bring the foot back down, shaking out. So now we're going to do legs up the wall. So great for our back. So if you, because we've got say 2 minutes left, you can stay up with legs up the wall for 5 or 10 minutes if you like. We should try and do this, especially in winter when our immune systems are a bit lower. So basically, just bring our hip, maybe left hip to the wall, and then lie down and swing our legs up. And we can have our hands on our tummy. Just notice our tummy rising and falling with our in-breath and out-breath. I recommend we stay for another 2 or 3 minutes. Just focusing it on your in-breath and your out-breath. Trying to maybe make your breath a little bit longer and deeper. So maybe counting in a slow count of 4. As you breathe out, a slow count of 8. So your out breath is twice as long as your in breath to aid that relaxation, response, rest and digest.
if you want to stay in this stretch, feel free. If you feel ready to come out, we bring our knees into the chest, taking the knees side to side. And drawing our knees down to the right hand side. So we've just had a little twist here, so extending both hands out to the side. 3 deep breaths in the twist. And slowly bring the knees to the centre, and then taking the knees down to the left. Extend both arms out. 3 deep breaths. Slowly back to the centre, knees into the chest again. Taking the knees down to the right hand side, just pause there a moment, and then pressing into the left hand to lift up slowly.
Or stay with the legs up the wall. So that was our 33-minute yoga class. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks again for joining, and see you soon. Thanks again, bye for now.